Hi guys, it's Sammy Joe bringing you gameplay commentary on Nuketown. I'm using the AK-47, not the FAMAS, and I haven't been pointing that out to you, but I will today, not the FAMAS. So today I'm just going to talk about driving, and I know that I've already done a commentary on road rage and speeding tickets, so that's not what this is about. Don't X out, don't pause the video, just keep listening. So I'm gonna talk about like driver's ed and stuff, like whenever I first started driving, and like what it was like to have my parents up my butt the whole time when I first started driving and telling me what to do, which was really annoying. I don't know if your parents are like that, but every time I did something like wrong, or if I didn't put my blinker on or something like that, they'd be like, Sam, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, chill, it's just a blinker. Like, nobody's around me and nobody cares. If the cop's gonna pull me for a blinker, then they're stupid. But anyway, so yeah, so driver's ed, I'm going to say right now, hands down, is the most boring thing that I've ever had to do in my life. I am so happy that I never have to do that again. 4 hours every day for 2 weeks, and all you do is sit there in a classroom and listen to a guy read out of a textbook. And I had the most boring teacher ever. His voice was so monotone, I can't even explain it. I couldn't even listen to him talk. Or he would tell a story and I would just stare at him like, what are you talking about? Just because his voice is just so boring that you don't even want to listen to him. Plus he's reading out of a textbook. I don't know. I just don't even like textbooks. They just make my stomach feel sick. Textbooks are the most boring thing in the entire world. But anyways, so driver's ed, hands down, is the most boring thing. Done. Said that 3 times. I'm not going to say it again. It's really boring. But anyway, so also, I really have a problem with driving with somebody that is not experienced, has never sat behind the wheel, has never driven a car before in their life. I think that that's really dangerous. And if you work for the motor vehicle driver's ed, whatever, I think that you should look into maybe changing that, or if you know somebody, maybe you should bring this to their attention, because think about it. Put yourself in the shoes. I know that most of you have already taken driver's ed and some of you haven't, whatever. Think about it. You're sitting in a car with one person. Yes, he has a brake on his side, but I mean, really, what is the brake going to do if it's too late? Come on. So he has the brake on the passenger side. There's a student, 14 to 16, whatever the year is that you're allowed to drive in your state, and he's never been behind the wheel of a car before, has never driven anywhere, and you're in the back seat, helpless. All you could do is scream, really, if anything happens, and what's that going to do? Nothing. So, I don't know. I just think it's really dangerous. When I was in driver's ed, luckily I was with this kid who had experience with cars before. He said that he lived on a farm. He was one of those know-it-all kids, and I can't stand them. They just get on my nerves really bad. That's another one of my pet peeves that I guess I forgot to mention. But yeah, so he just thought he was such a know-it-all, and he had experience with cars because he lived on a farm and he drove his dad's truck and he drove the tractor and he did this and blah blah. Well, I drove a golf cart. I don't know if that's equivalent. So I told him, I was like, yeah, well, I've driven a golf cart before. No big deal, nothing special. But yeah, so I mean, thank God that he knew what he was doing. But I feel bad for some of the people. They've told me stories where they thought they were gonna actually hit a car because they were driving with this little girl who didn't know what to do. So I don't know. It's just kind of scary to think about and to go back and say that I could have been in danger. But I was in danger when I was in driver's ed, because on one of the days that we were driving, there was supposed to be a tornado. Lucky me. And like I said, I think I said this in my video, the question and answer video, that I'm really afraid of tornadoes. And yeah, so I'm freaking out. I've grown up in every single house that I've grown up in. I have had a basement, so I feel somewhat safe whenever I go in the basement when there's a tornado. But I was in a car, okay? We have the radio on, and the worst thing ever that makes my stomach turn and flip upside down and make me feel like I'm going to throw up is that stupid guy that comes on the radio. It's meh, meh. this is a warning from the National Weather Center, blah, blah, blah. That scares the shit out of me. I hate that. I mean, it makes it worse. It just makes the tornado seem like so. I mean, I know tornadoes are bad, but it just makes everything worse. But anyways, I'm so getting off track, and I'm sorry. But yeah. So the warnings are coming on and everything. My cell phone is in the trunk because you're not allowed to have it with you because it's a distraction or whatever. And so I can't even call my parents. Like, I'm freaking out. So all of a sudden the windshield turns white. I can't see anything because it's hailing so hard. We have to pull over and get into cover. We don't even know if there's any cars coming that are going to hit us. The scariest thing ever. So I think I'm running out of time. I have to cut my story short, which never happens. Well, actually it does happen. But the final score here is 40 and Trace. Please subscribe and like and comment, and thank you.